guys, it's I.B.B. dropping in here on the power plant. Again, post commentary here today. And what I'm going to do here is just sort of I'm going to try and give you an idea of what my thought processes were while they were happening in the game. And so here I'm dropping in, I'm not quite sure, no, this was not a full squad. It was 5 of us, 5 RT, and then on the other side I believe that's Illuminati core, although if I am incorrect on that, please correct me. But I believe the I triangle C is Illuminati core, and then there's 5 of them over there, and then there is 1 from Arc. So we're a pretty evenly matched squad here, I do believe, and this is going to be a tough game. I'm not going to tell you who's going to win. Just gonna watch the video and find out, right? Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna remember, and this is a fresh enough game for me to remember what my thought processes were while this was going on. And again, I'm just gonna give you the whole disclaimer that says I'm not the best, you know, maybe the execution wasn't the best or something like that. It's just my thought processes while it was happening, okay? So get off my backside, peeps! Alright, so I was headed over here to the right because I thought maybe my teammate over here was going to need some backup there, and we're on comms for this, by the way, just to let you know, in case I didn't cover that before. And so I already see one player in here that I know, that guy right there. He used to be in RT. And so I know to watch out for him. And so my first plan of attack here was to take these 2 side beacons and hold them. Now, at some point during that exchange right there, just a moment ago, we ended up losing our home beacon. And I heard it in over comms that we were losing our home beacon, and there seemed to be a little bit of panic over that. And I reassured everybody to the best of my ability to not panic. Don't rush in there and waste bots trying to take our home beacon back. Let them have that for that moment, because we had 2 beacons. It's early in the game. The beacon bar isn't going to go that far one way or the other if you're down 1 beacon. It doesn't matter. We already had 2 beacons. You can lose your home for a while. Take your time. Think about it strategically and take your home beacon back. Clear out the reds. So that's what they did. And that was perfect gameplay right there. And as you can see, we have our home beacon back, and we're up 3-2 on the beacons right now. So I see over to the side of my screen just a moment ago that there's a couple of red arrows over here. So that's when you saw me turn over here, and I'm going to give pursuit. And so coming over here, I'm wanting to get a hold of one of these 2 guys. I want to get a hold of this guy, because this guy over here with the Punishers, with that update to them, he could stand over here and shred a whole mess of bots before we're ever able to do anything about that. So my next bot is specifically designed to take him out, and that is the Rog with tarans on it. So with the speed, and also they're starting to pile back here behind that structure behind our home beacon, and I don't like reds being back here. So whenever possible, and of course I see that guy up on the hill looking at me, so I dodge back behind this structure. So whenever possible, I like to keep them off of behind of the structure off to my right here. See two reds right here. And so this guy's next on my target list. And I knew he already had splash, so, you know, I knew that was going to be an easy evade there. And so this guy's clip ran out, and so he's toast. He knows it. He's going to bail on that right there. Somebody has some aphids shooting at those, and this is the perfect bot to avoid those. And so I know, I see this guy's got splash, and he's got aphids. He really doesn't have anything that's going to be able to touch me, so. Now, he's going to hide back there for a little while. And he's going to take a couple, like 3 shots at me with those aphids. And he's just not going to be able to do anything with it. I'm going to stay on the move. Here's one. He's going to shoot another one at me here in just a moment. And so you see me just, you know, continue to dodge. I don't really feel like I need to be all that aggressive right here, right now, because we are up 3-2. We've been up 3-2 for a while. We're holding our beacons. We're holding that side. And what I am doing on comms is I am letting everybody know where the red team is moving. So I think that was like the 3rd shot of the aphids that he took at me, and he decided to just bail on that. I don't think I think at that point he just decided there wasn't anything he was going to do with that. So what I'm trying to do on comms right now with my teammates is to let everybody know, give them a heads up, where's the movement. That's what I do in games, is I give people heads up. I'm looking off to my left, I'm looking off to my right. I see these two guys, and I warn Patriot off behind us, because the worst thing, what I hate more than anything, is to get focused. There's 4 red team members over here in this choke point, and you get so focused over there that you completely lose what's going on behind you. And all it takes is for a couple of reds to get taken out over in this choke point, and then they respawn behind you, and it's very easy for them to sneak up behind you on that. And so it's helpful to have one person in game that's on comms that is just with their eyeballs and their head on a swivel. They're looking back and forth, and they're just calling out movements of red team members, because that is going to keep everybody heads up. They're not going to get so focused, because my voice is going to bring them back to reality, and it's going to get them checking their peripherals again if they do get focused in too much on one particular engagement. Now here, I wanted to take this beacon back, but there was 2, and so I had to be a little bit crafty here. So I thought, you know what, a moving target is better than a stationary target, and so you saw me use my jump there to go from side to side, and I was able to take out 1 red and then just stay moving. And I think I got a little bit of help from somebody. I don't know exactly where that came from. Oh, Patriot over here may have been responsible for that, but we were able to take out that second ROG. So now, name of the game, defend, defend, defend. You get yourself up 3 beacons to 2, especially on this choke point, you hold it. And so what I like to do is actually sit back here, make them be the aggressors. And so that's what I'm doing. And you can see me going right, left, right, checking movements, checking ranges. Where are we? I'm calling out the movements of the red team members so that everybody's aware of who's who and what's what. Again, the jump, because the moving target is harder to hit. Yes, you can hit me. Yes, it's pretty predictable which way a griff is going to go in their movement pattern when it's in the air, but it's still a moving target. It's going to be harder to hit than if I'm just standing still. So you can see I'm back here using this structure right here. I'm really focused on this guy. And I thought maybe I might have enough in the tank to be able to take him out, but, you know, almost. But that's not going to matter, because somebody's going to come in here and get him pretty darn quick. You can see Patriot jumps back in with the ROG to be able to get down there as quick as possible. We've been doing a really, really nice job at defending beacons, not over pursuing. You don't need to get aggressive. You don't need to go get that left side beacon. You don't need to go get their home beacon. Unless those opportunities present themselves, you don't need to do that in this game. Just stretch it out. So I can see Patriot down here took out the red team member that was holding this beacon. And so I decided to just backtrack and come back around, because I saw the movements off to my left and the red team was coming around to our home beacon. So at this point, I felt like if we could just hold a 3-2 advantage on beacons, we could pull this one out. And so you're just going to see me start blasting. And I want my home beacon back. That's my goal. I've got another team member off to my left. And I'm just going to start blasting. Now that Treb guy is actually going to eat me alive. And I was just hoping I could survive long enough to be able to get up here, get behind this structure, and take back our home beacon. And at this point, I'm telling my teammates, you know what, don't worry about this. You know, this is a close game, but we've got it. Just do not over pursue. I told everybody to just hang back. Let them be the aggressors. We've got this game. This game is ours to lose. So let them come in here, and it puts them with their backs against the wall to try and and push that front line forward and take some beacons and take some ground and do some damage. So as long as we just didn't bot out, and there were a couple of them on comms that were saying, this is my last bot, I'm almost dead. So that's why I said, you know, let's get conservative here and let's just hang on for dear life. And here I can see that the clock is winding down and that the victory was ours. And so I just jumped in there to try to get that last HP shot in there, but it wasn't meant to be. So that was a good, solid, tactical win against a very top-notch clan. So good job to both sides, and good job to everyone that was in this game. And we'll check you later.